Try to remember the last time you were bored, actually bored, not scrolling because I'm bored, genuinely doing nothing, with nothing to look at. You probably can't. For most people watching this, it's been years. Now here's the strange part. Every single human being before about 2010 lived their entire life like that. Long, open, unfilled hours, no feed, no notifications, nothing to check. So what did they do? What did people actually do with all that time? Because the honest answer is genuinely unsettling, and it explains why you feel the way you feel at the end of most days. Let's start with the thing that surprises people most. Your ancestors were not busy. We picture prehistoric life as this constant, desperate scramble for survival, always hunting, always running, always fighting, and it was dangerous. But it wasn't busy. Research on modern hunter-gatherer groups suggests that the work of feeding yourself took something like 4 to 6 hours a day, not 12. Not 8 with a commute either side, which leaves an enormous amount of leftover day, hours and hours of it, every single day, for your entire life. And they had nothing to fill it with. No books for most of human history, no screens, no music you didn't make yourself, just time. So what happened in all those hours? 1. They talked, constantly. The single biggest answer is almost boring. They talked to each other, enormously, for hours a day, and not small talk. Studies of hunter-gatherer conversation found something interesting. Daytime talk tended to be practical, about tasks and complaints and who was doing what. But after dark, around the fire, it changed. Night talk became stories, myths, gossip about people not present, jokes, the dead, the far away. That firelight conversation is arguably the most important technology humans ever had. It's where knowledge got passed down before writing. It's where a kid learned who they were, who their people were, what was dangerous, what was funny, what was sacred, every night, for hours. Which means your ancestors got something you almost certainly don't. Several hours a day of undivided human attention. Not people in the same room looking at different screens, people looking at each other, with nothing else to look at. 2. They did nothing, on purpose. The second answer is the one that'll make you uncomfortable. They sat there, doing nothing, not meditating, not practicing mindfulness. Just sitting, staring at a fire or a hill or the weather, for stretches of time that would make you reach for your phone within about 11 seconds. And here's what's genuinely important about that. When your brain isn't given a task, it doesn't switch off, it switches modes. It starts wandering, and that wandering state is where a huge amount of your actual mental life happens, consolidating memories, working through problems in the background, imagining the future, and, crucially, figuring out how you feel about things. That last one matters. Processing your own emotions isn't something you schedule. It happens in the gaps, in the shower, on a walk, staring out a window. Your ancestors had those gaps constantly, all day, every day. You have deleted almost all of yours. Every cue, every lift, every red light, every 3-second pause, filled. So the question isn't just, what did they do all day? It's, where did your gaps go, and what were they doing for you? They made things and went to sleep. The rest of the time went to the stuff we now call hobbies, but for them was just life. They made things constantly. Tools, weapons, clothing, containers, endlessly repaired, endlessly improved. Not as a craft project, as maintenance. But look at cave paintings, carved figures, beads, decorated tools. Humans have been decorating things they didn't need to decorate for at least 40,000 years. Even when it took hours, even when it did nothing for survival. They also slept far more than you do. When the light goes and there's nothing to look at, you sleep. Long nights, often broken into 2 chunks with a quiet awake period in between. Nobody was up at 1 a.m. because of a screen, because there was nothing to be up for. And they walked, a lot. Modern estimates suggest hunter-gatherers cover many kilometers a day just living, the exact kind of steady, low-intensity movement your body is built around and now almost never gets. So the full picture, a few hours of work, hours of talking, hours of doing nothing much, some making, a long walk, and a long sleep. That was a human day for 100,000 years. Now compare it honestly to yours. And here's the thing I want to be careful about, because it's easy to get sentimental here. Their lives were genuinely harder than yours. Children died, injuries killed people, winter was terrifying. Nobody should romanticize that, and I'm not going to. But look at what your day is actually missing. Not phones, phones are fine. What's missing is what phones quietly replaced. Hours of undivided attention from people who love you. Long stretches of unfilled time where your mind sorts itself out. Movement, darkness, sleep that isn't cut short by a glowing rectangle. Your body still expects those 4 things. It was built expecting them. It doesn't know they've been optional since about 2010. So when you get to the end of a day where you did nothing especially hard, and you still feel scraped out and vaguely sad, that's not weakness, and it's not a mystery. That's a machine that ran all day without the 4 things it was designed to run on. You can't go back to a fire and a hill. Nobody's asking you to. But here's what I'd suggest, and it's small. Tonight, at some point, put the phone in another room and be bored on purpose for 10 minutes. Look out a window. Don't call it anything. Don't make it a wellness practice. Because that hollow, itchy feeling you'll get in the first 2 minutes? That's not proof that boredom is bad. That's just the part of you that hasn't been allowed to speak all day, clearing its throat. Let it talk. It's been waiting since 2010, and before that, it had 100,000 years of your full attention. Give it 10 minutes. See what it says. If you made it this far without checking your phone, genuinely, well done. Subscribe. There's a new one every week. And tell me in the comments, when was the last time you were properly bored? I want to know if anyone can still remember. I'm wired, and you're stranger than you think.